Well, good morning, YouTubers. Good morning. This is Brother DeRoy Cruz, your Life Applications Officer. This is kind of early for me. I've been going to bed lately. I've been going to bed late lately. And because God has blessed me to be doing other things. So let's be clear that I'm not talking about atheism because I got nothing better to do. If anyone's been watching my channel, like I do have atheist subscribers and some other troublemakers, okay, you'll notice I haven't done a video in a week, maybe 2 weeks. And the last time I did a video was sitting on my phone for a while, before I even submitted it. I was busy. I was busy doing other things that pertain to life, that prove that there's not a call for atheism. There is no need for anybody to be an atheist. And it doesn't bother me that people have a problem with the Bible, okay? Any more than it bothers me that people have a problem with pit bulls. Pit bulls are dangerous if you don't know how to raise them, okay? If you don't understand anything about pit bulls and you don't know how to raise them, and you don't know, if you don't understand that they have to be treated a certain way in order to treat you a certain way, and in order, there's people who let their pit bulls walk around without a leash. Okay? I was walking down the street one day, and I didn't even notice it, but it was a big, giant pit bull. I mean, he was a full-size pit bull. And this guy was walking, and the pit bull was walking behind him. And the pit bull came right up to me, wagging his tail, and the guy grabbed him and said, "Come on here," Like I said, what am I saying? Why am I talking about pit bulls? I'm just showing you how, if you don't know what you're doing, and you don't have an understanding, you don't have the gift to raise things right, or to use things in the proper usage for what they're for, in that, then you fail as an owner. You fail as a leader. And what you've produced, or what you defend that has been produced, or whatever, becomes a disaster. I listened yesterday to this guy. I think his name was Dan Barker. And if I'm wrong about his name, then I'll get it right in the next video, which I'm used to doing that. I don't get these people's names right. I've been that way for a long time. You cannot win a debate with an atheist when atheists think like Dan Barker. If that's his name. I think it's Dan Barker. Don't quote me. I mean, if an atheist doesn't know Dan Barker, then you're missing out on power to be an atheist. Dan Barker, I mean, he was arguing with this one Christian. I didn't get the Christian's name because they didn't mention it a lot in the video. But this video was sent to my channel. It's the first time I've seen this. And this countrified preacher or apologist or whatever you want to call him, he was good. But this damn Barker guy had an answer for everything. I mean, this preacher explained it everything. And the funny thing is, there are a lot of Christians there that had good questions too. And this Dan Barker, he had that smile on his face, that little satanic grin on his face. I think it was Dan Barker. And he had an answer for everything. Now, he had an answer for everything. Let me say the atheist's favorite word. No, it wasn't an answer. It was an argument. He had an argument for everything. Absolutely everything. And atheists have debunked their own religion by constantly telling me about arguments. And the minute I say the word atheist, or if an atheist comes to a channel that's Christian, and someone wants to argue, well, not really wants to argue, but debates or objects, I'll say objects, that's a better word, objects to what an atheist was saying, then the first thing comes out of their mouth is, you don't know how to have a good argument. Come on, let's have an argument. I'm willing to debate. I'm willing to have an argument, you know. I'm going to say it one more time. Well, I'm going to keep saying this until somebody gets it in their thick skull. We have the laws of the country. And we as Christians, as well as atheists, as well as deists, theists, agnostics, and all these other names they give us. Okay? I've never called myself a deist or a theist or none of that. All I ever been was a Christian. My pastor or anybody in my life, you know, even my non-Christian friends that don't believe in religion, never called me a theist or a deist or anything of that nature. It's just been D-Roy. I just been D-Roy, who happens to be black, who happens to be a Christian. I've never been, you know. But one thing about it is everybody, we all respect the laws of the land here in this country. In any country you go to. I don't care what your personal beliefs are. We all respect the laws of the land. So, that's where it really doesn't matter if one person believes differently than these people believe. The other thing is, you know, you have to use evolution and science. And I really think that's a dumb one, because nobody disrespects science. If science is true, there's no way you can disrespect it. You know, I mean, I studied science in school, like I said before. But now that I'm, you know, a grown man, you know, 20 years later, 40, 30 years later, I'll put it like that. The science that I learned in school was not good enough. I have to learn science now that explains why my Bible is wrong. I have to learn evolution. Evolution used to be, you know, an extra curriculum. You know, it used to be an elective, an extra study, supposedly to help you with science, to explain science. Almost. Now it is like, and I heard this other guy last night who Richard Dawkins set up. He did a video called Proof That Evolution Is True. Proof of evolution. And I really thought, like, oh God, now we're done. You definitely ain't gonna. Oh boy, they got us now. But then when he started talking and he got to the middle, and it's like somebody trying to explain to you why you need to buy their product, why you need to buy their, why you need to pay $199 to get started on their online, make money online course or something. They go through a whole segment, a whole 2-hour segment of, why their product works for you. And, of course they're going to take that long to explain it. Because it don't take all that. It's just that they want it to be their way because they want to make the money that they want to make for it. It doesn't necessarily mean it costs all that. And this guy was talking in the same manner, like he was trying to explain to you why evolution is so true. And when he got to talking to it, he didn't say anything that I thought he found something. I thought he met something, found something. But no, he was saying that we go through evolution every day. And it brings me back to the place where, yeah, if I choose to believe that. And what I mean by going through evolution every day, maybe we do go through evolution every day. But again, I mean, if we're going through evolution every day, I don't really call it evolution, I call it science. And I disagree with him, though. What is evolving every day into what? He's trying to prove now that things are evolving into other things every day. My Bible would disagree. Okay, my Bible would disagree, but we respect the laws of the land. And Christians are cool with that. We respect the laws of the land. So where does atheism come in? Whether we're Christian, regardless of what denomination we're in, regardless of what religion we're in, we all respect the laws of the land. Now, if our government, our White House, is letting Muslims get away with things that everybody else can't get away with, then you need to be arguing and protesting to them, not to the Christians. Okay? The government is trying to, as I keep saying over and over, trying to give everybody their rights. It's not giving anyone more power than another, except the Christians are going to lose a lot of power because they don't, they're going to lose secular power. Matter of fact, we've lost Christians. We're going to lose secular power. We're going to lose any say-so in this world. We're already losing it. But the gays, the transgenders, the atheists, and the Muslims, are going to have all the say-so. And when Donald Trump steps out of office, duck. That's the only reason why Donald Trump is in office. I believe with a lot of preachers across the land, the only reason why this man is in office is because God is not ready to completely just let it all go. When he steps out of office, these Democrats are waiting for him to step out of office. These liberals are waiting for him to step out of office. When he steps down, whoo! I'm moving to the mountains. Oh, my Lord, it's going to be a disaster. The next president that comes in here is going to come in here, insinuating that he has to fix everything that Donald Trump screwed up. He's going to try to put it all back. Except if Donald Trump can cause this country to make some money, they might leave that alone. But as far as everything, he's going to go back. He's going to try to heal the wounds of everybody that Donald Trump wounded, when he steps out of office, I won't be trying to argue with an atheist. Oh, trust me. But I'm understanding why a lot of people that I talk to, I bring up the word atheist, and it's not an issue for them. And I'm beginning to understand why we don't need to even discuss the fact that atheists exist. Okay? Because atheists exist, why? For two reasons. For the same reasons, number one, why? Because they nailed Christ to the cross. That's one reason. And number two, they really exist because of the other religions out there. I don't consider mine a religion. I just believe that, just like you might say science is natural, I say the Bible is the natural truth, and I believe that what Jesus Christ did on the cross for everybody's sins, and that I believe it's all true. This guy that was arguing with Dan Barker, he caught him in lies. Caught him in lies about Hitler. He caught him in lies about Jesus Christ. And he asked him, prove to me. Where are you getting your facts from? How do you know this for sure? And like I said, the atheist religion, the movement, the cult, okay, is they have their deceptive dogma that they're being fed to, like someone trying to take an animal that slept with, like if you take a dog that is a mutt, they call it a mutt, when a dog is breeded with another dog, okay? Now, in order to give that mutt a name where he's no longer a mutt, but he is a breed of dog, what you would have to do is to keep mixing those two dogs together to make more dogs like this one, okay? And then, after a while, you don't need to do that no more. You know what I'm saying? There's enough of them around to call them a official breed. So, and that's what these atheists are doing with these with their movement. Okay? You can't win a debate with an atheist. I believe this is part 6. The atheist movement attacks Bible believers because atheists choose to take the Bible to court, so to speak, over things way far away in the past that they are not willing to understand completely. And they don't. Another thing on biblical slavery is time. Okay, as I just screamed it people who come to my channel saying, I'm not in the business of owning people. All right, then don't be in the business of owning people then, because I'm not in the business of owning people either. Come to my channel saying stuff like that, I'm going to just click you. I'm going to just delete you, man. I don't like nobody coming to my channel talking that nonsense. That is the most, that is, But then again, wait. I think if you lived in America, first of all, especially you people that are so nasty, and you don't think that anybody can have a more, you're not looking for truth, you're looking for argument. What do you think the slave masters was doing back then, way back then? What do you think they were doing? What kind of people were they? I think they were the same kind of people that atheists are. You can sit there and say that, you want to use that term biblical, you want to use the term slavery to refute, or however that goes, to discredit Christianity. But the truth is, where were you when black folks were being taken as slaves? Because those weren't Christians. I don't believe that most of the blacks that come over here, the Negroes that came over here at that time, were Christians. First of all, I believe they were pagan. And then, two, the people that took them as slaves, I believe they were pagan. I believe they were the same people today that are atheists. Because only an atheist, only a socialist, only a communist would do such a thing. Not no Christian that's trying to, and I believe, and I believe that's what this whole atheist movement is based on. It's all based on getting the facts mixed up. Because everything that happened from, I'd say, I've listened to atheists get something that was just 20 years ago all screwed up. That's not true. That's not what happened. I was here 20 years ago. Okay. Some of these things you got screwed up, and I was living here, I know. But they're being fed this. And you know how I know they're being fed this? Because they all say the same thing. We say the same thing. There I go, leaving my Bible out of the camera again. We all say the same thing because we read the same Bible. Not because somebody's shoving it down our brain, but because we read the same Bible. Are you reading the same righteous, anti-God book, atheists? Is that why you all say the same thing? Oh, you have a book. You have propaganda. You have leaders. You have elders in your movement that teach you how to be a proper atheist. But it's wrong for us. Okay, let me finish. The atheists think that they are in a court battle with Christians. But yet, why is there no official appointment with the Supreme Court or with the White House or anything? They wanna just get rid of us so bad, and I understand why. However, look at Charlottesville and the situation that just happened in Charlottesville. Okay, and tell me how stupid protesting is. Okay. The protesters shouldn't have been there, first of all. And the KKK and any other hate group, Black Lives Matter, all them groups, none of them should even exist. But when you allow Black Lives Matter to form their little group, you just gave the KKK ammunition to continue their nonsense. Okay? Did we Christians do that? No. Christians don't invest in that nonsense. From either side, black or white. That's your atheist, liberal, democratic behind that invests in that nonsense. Now, I do believe that after Donald Trump had said that, okay, he had yelled at, the Southern folks, the KKK and the neo-Nazis and all that, for their part in it, and then he turned around and he blamed both sides, as everybody's complaining about. Well, wait a minute. What did Obama do? Now, here's a white man. So they want to say, well, he's saying the problem is both sides to keep it going. Okay, what did Obama do? Obama was a Democrat. Not only was he a Democrat, but he was black. What was his excuse? He didn't dismantle anything either. And instead of sitting there having all these explanations why people are getting shot and who's right and who's wrong, and giving these holy speeches on about peace, you need to dismantle the perpetrators. But just like the atheist movement, we'll play a game of words. Let's not call them perpetrators. They got a group that represent. It's okay for the KKK to keep reforming. See what I'm saying? It's okay for the KKK to keep reforming, but it's not okay for the church to reform, because you're going to judge us for what we've done way back in the day. Nothing that we're doing now. But see, these people, somehow, they were there fighting and attacking each other. So they're doing it now, not just in the past. But I gotta admit though, years ago, black folks wouldn't have been out there like that. And the difference is, in the past, black folks didn't put their hands on anybody. They just got attacked for being there. Okay? Don't quote me, but from what I understand. But, I'll be glad when, and I do believe that day is coming, when we will have to stand before the court. We will have to stand before a judge about all this atheist Christian war going on. Truth of the matter is, the atheists are going to win. But after they win, they're going to fade away, because the son of perdition, the official Antichrist, is a religious person. Okay? He's not an atheist. Now, he may hug the atheists. He may, respect their group. But, atheists are not going to take over the world like they're trying to. Because the worship of Satan and the worship of other gods is coming back. It's coming back. Okay? I believe that over half the atheist movement will be evangelized and will be led to the Lord. See, everything that Mr. Dan Barker was saying is good for a secular world where people reject God. But everything doesn't survive rejecting God. Because when you get to that place where there's nothing to do but run to the hills, when you get to that place, to where there's no fresh water, when you get to that place where where you're running from the sun, you're running from everything. What are you going to do? You're going to call on the name of the Lord even if you don't believe that he's going to rescue you, because that's all you got. That's all you got. And it's not going to take a Christian to call upon the name of the Lord, because that's all you got. All you got. And that day is coming. And so these atheists are preparing for what? Some kind of world, some kind of utopia that's never going to happen. What's going to happen is, I believe, with all my dear heart, I swear to God I believe, with all my heart, mark my words, I believe it's going to happen just like the Bible says it's going to happen. I really believe that with all my heart. So the atheists try to take us to court over things and it's like a fantasy. It's like a fantasy world. Try to take us to court over things way far away in the past that they are not willing to understand completely. But I don't have to worry about atheists, because there is nothing about my lifestyle and many lifestyles of many Christians that I know that disrespects science, disrespects atheists, nor anyone's rights. Even though we don't agree with you, we respect you. And just because we don't agree with you doesn't make us a bigot, and it doesn't mean that we hate anybody. We just don't agree. We don't agree. Okay? If I hate homosexuals, okay, if you think I hate homosexuals, that means if I hate anything because of what I believe, that means that I'm killing atheists every day. That means that atheists are the persecuted church. Are they? Of course not. Of course not. But if I hate a homosexual, if I hate transgender people, if I hate anything, that means that I'm shooting atheists. I'm not just hating them, I'm killing them. Okay? And that's not true now, is it though? The atheists are not the number one persecuted church, is it? No, we are. We're the persecuted. That's where the name Christian comes from. How far back in time does that name go? See, what you don't know is that the Romans called us Christians because we were the persecuted church. Nobody liked us then. Nobody likes us today. And I think where the Christians got kind of led away was they thought that we was headed for some utopia. But, there's my Bible's way over there. Where's my Bible? They thought we were headed for some utopia. But the truth is, the Bible never said that there would be a Christian utopia. He said all these things must happen, and then the end. All these things must happen. They must come to pass, and then the end. That's what the Bible says. It doesn't promise us a utopia on this planet. Our utopia is in the New Jerusalem, which after God has got rid of all the riffraff, he's got rid of all the garbage, the New Jerusalem is going to come down on this planet. And we shall have our vertical universe, as the science call it. We call it immortality. Scientists call it vertical universe. We shall have our immortality. We shall have our relationship with God that the atheists are complaining that that doesn't exist. We shall be in that place where we are able to see God as He is.